What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. As we all know, I'm your boy Auto Guy DIY, coming at you with a slight situation that happened to my son last night when he got off work. So check this out, man. My son drove my truck to work, my 03 last night. I drove it to work, everything was good. I mean, this is kind of like, the story kind of gives you the context of how quick it happens. So I drove it to work, I drove it home. He left for work at 5, got off at 11:30, come out, truck was dead as a doornail. So he calls me, I go up there, I ask him what's going on. I didn't know if maybe he was sitting there listening to the radio with the key in the run position versus the accessory position. Or even sometimes with my truck, if you have the AC on, you kill the truck, the blower motor will still run once the truck's dead, which we all know results in killing your battery. So, with all that being said, I got up there, jumped the truck off, drove it home, and I wanted to go through the process I went through to figure out whether it's an alternator that's not charging or a battery that's not holding a charge. So I have two ways to show you. Let's jump into the first one. Jumping right into the first one. I hope this thing will start up real quick. Let me grab these keys. I got keys for both trucks here. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. One, you hear the drag start, right? You hear the starts dragged out. Now, two, you have to look at my battery gauge here. So let's put this in perspective. It was night, so he needed headlights, right? And we run fog lights. So if you look at that gauge and you see it's below halfway, so that would make you think, hey man, my alternator's not charging, so it won't go up any higher. But the fact of the matter is that you have to watch the gauge closely. Watch when I turn the lights off. See how it starts going up some? So that right there, you have to watch for them small movements. Them small movements let you know that alternator is charging. Because if it wasn't, then it wouldn't charge back up the energy that it used when you had your lights on. And another thing, your truck wouldn't run as good or run that well if your alternator is going out. So that's one way you can tell that it's your battery versus your alternator. Another way is that your lights are dim, and that when you give it gas, they brighten up. So when they brighten up, that lets you know that the alternator is giving that battery the juice it needs to liven everything up. Now, the other way, you need a multimeter, which I'm gonna show you that here in just a second. So let me jump out here under the hood and show you before I kill the truck and then after I kill the truck. Well, as you can see, it went up to 13.2, which is weak, which on a multimeter would let me know that my alternator is getting weak. Now, you have to understand, if you have a bad battery, you're gonna strain the alternator to keep the truck running, so you're possibly gonna burn it out also. Now, let me kill the truck and I'll show you what I'm saying. I mean, it's as simple as this to get them diagnosed real quick. You don't need a bunch of money to do it. You can just jump out there and do it. So now that I got it killed, we're gonna sit here and watch, see how that gauge is going down, which is normal, but it's already low. I mean, you need a little more than 12 volts to start a car. At least easily, should I say. But it's steadily going down. It'll stop somewhere around 12.7, 12.5 volts is what it'll hold, which it goes down really quick. And then if it sits here long enough, it'll get down under 11 volts, which lets me know that the battery is losing charge. As it's sitting here, it's losing its charge. So I'm gonna jump over here to the white truck and show you the gauge, the battery gauge, and then we're gonna do the same thing with the multimeter to show you what a good battery is. And then before we end this video, I'll jump back over here, we'll hook it back up to the battery, and I'll show you how far it has dropped in a matter of minutes. We got it hooked up to the white truck. I wanna show you a baseline. This is before I even start the truck. It's at 12.81. And this is a good battery. Just about a year ago, I put out a video where I changed the battery and the alternator. So let me jump in here and start it up, and then I'll show you what a strong alternator looks like charging. Truck's running. You know the baseline was 12.81. So here we go. Touch it on there. Look at that. 14.2, 14, right around 14.2 volts is what it's charging. Now that's a good alternator. As we seen on the blue truck, it was at 13.3 or so. So that lets you know that it's a little bit weak, but it's still trying to do its job. Here's that gauge. Do you see how it's up past halfway? Same thing, I'm gonna turn the lights on. It barely moves, right? That's with a good battery and a good alternator. So I needed to throw that in. We're gonna jump back to the blue truck. I'm gonna hook that multimeter back up, and then I'll show you how far that battery's drained down all the way. And that'll be the second way you can tell if it's a bad battery versus a bad alternator. And then we'll finish this joint. So look at that, we got us hooked back up here, blue truck. Show you that we're at the blue truck. In a matter of minutes, we're already at 11.94 volts. So with the voltage being that low, now I'm gonna let you hear how it starts, and we know where the culprit's at. So here we go. Hear that dragged out start? That's because that battery barely has enough juice to make it happen. So we got to get into doing a battery swap. That'll be that. I just wanted to throw that in there. The opportunity arose last night, so I had to seize the moment. So with all that, keep living the dream, doing your thing, like and subscribe. Always leave your boy a comment, and I'm rolling out.